In this lesson, we are going to talk about presence, being present. To me, this is a very grounded, alive, and centered place or state of being from which connection and love can arise. If you are distracted, have a lot of thoughts, have a lot of emotions going on, it's very hard to be in the present. And I have it there on the wall here. My husband and I, we do a vision board every year, and we have different things written on the wall on this other side here. But the centering thoughts and states of being that we want to live most of our life from has this as number one, presence, from which connection can come. And once we feel connection, our ability to experience the spiritual and mutual adult love that I talked about previously is greatly enhanced. And so what does it mean to be present? It means that you are neither in the past nor in the future. You are in the present. It's as simple as that. You have no mental constructs cluttering the moment. You have no turmoil of emotions cluttering the moment. You are in this grounded space and state of being. You are. It's a state of aliveness that Eckhart Tolle talks about. He's a spiritual teacher. I think I've mentioned him before in the previous lessons. And his teachings on the power of now, if you will, have been super helpful. And I've realized how much in my relationship with my husband and my relationship with my son, and also with friends, colleagues, partners, anybody really, going back to this centering state of presence is really a resourceful place to live from. And it's not easy, absolutely not. It's easier for some people than others. For me, it's something that I have to continue practicing to be able to tap into it on a regular basis. So you might ask me, what does it mean to be present with my partner? It means that you are fully hearing, seeing, feeling what's going on inside of him or her. And also you are doing the same, feeling, hearing, seeing what's going on, truly going on inside of you. And I think that's where the connection happens there. You have peeled the proverbial onion, and you can tune in with your partner at that deeper level, even though he or she may not be in a state where they can attune, but you can. If you remind yourself of okay, let me go back to the present here. Let me still be fully here and truly listening and being with my partner, and yet I am still centered into my own being. I am not being dragged into his or her drama or the conflict or the big emotions that are happening. I can still go back to myself, not from a place of distance, but more as a witness to what's going on, witnessing the situation, witnessing the emotions, the actions, the behaviors that are emanating from the present moment. So when you're fully present, you are not cluttered by your thoughts. You are not thinking about the next thing to say. You are not engaged in opinions. You are not trying to fix an issue. You are potentially devoid of thoughts. Potentially, but it's a really, really hard thing to do. I know for me it's very challenging. but you are at least a witness of the thoughts that are going on inside of your head and going on inside of your partner's head too. Is it easy? No, it's really difficult. Is it beneficial? Absolutely. I see how practicing more presence into my life has really benefited the deepening of intimacy and connection with all sorts of people in my life, including my husband, of course, and my son. So you may ask me, Diane, I am present, I am here. What do you mean? Like, what does it mean being present, and how can I do it? Well, I can share with you what's helping me go back to this state of being. And it could be, for me, taking some breath, taking some spacious breath that bring me back to the moment. And I may say to myself, okay, here and now, here and now, here and now, and I'm breathing. And so that's something you can try for yourself. I usually, when I feel I need to go back to the present moment because I'm worrying too much, or I'm stressed, I feel overwhelmed about this and that, I like to look at the sky and take in the spaciousness of the sky. And somehow, just by looking up, it makes me feel present. And for you, it might be looking at a tree. It could be looking at a photo of a loved one. It could be looking at a flower. It could be smelling a beautiful bouquet of flowers. It could be anything that resonates with you. And I also love to watch the stars. And it brings out this aliveness, this spaciousness, and this non-thought state of being present for me. If you are familiar or open to the Hindu or Buddhist teachings, you might have heard of the symbol and the word namaste, which means the divine light within me recognizes the divine light within you. And that's a beautiful moment of connection of like, hey, I'm being centered here. I'm recognizing everything that's going on. In a way, it doesn't matter because I can see through all your BS. I can still see you. I can still feel you, and I can still know and rejoice in knowing you as being made out of pure love. And there's now none of your bullshit, if you will, can convince me otherwise. I can see through all your stuff. I can see through all your pain. I can see through all the personas. I can see through all the emotions and the thoughts and the opinions. I can see you in the deepest, most beautiful way there is. So that's my interpretation of it. If you come more from a Christian background, Amen. Amen is the equivalent of saying, and so it is. It is so. And to me, it's my interpretation of it is, accept this moment, be present. It is what's going on right now. Don't argue with it. Don't try to deny it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to grab it. Just be with it. And that kind of lines up with my perception of what being in the present means. And as you have noticed, these two hand motions, whether it's like this or like that, go back to centering with the heart. That's just something I've noticed. So there you go. These are some of my tips for reminding ourselves to access a state of presence throughout the day. Yeah, it's not necessarily about sitting in meditation or being in prayer or contemplation for hours and hours. It's not working for me because I have a life, and I'm not a monk or a nun, and I need to be able to access these moments of presence throughout the day, whatever activities I'm doing. Is it easy to do? Once again, no. It is a learning process for me, and I bet it's challenging for a lot of people who are consciously trying to be in the moment. So how can you be more present physically? Physically, you can simply lean towards your partner. Turning towards your partner is an act of presence. It means physically you're not being distracted by this and that. You are present and in true interaction and connection with him or her. So I think that's a beautiful way to show that you are interested, you are willing to extend the connection and to know more about what's going on inside of your loved one when you're physically, turning towards or making eye contact. Obviously is another one, leaning forward and being fully engaged with your whole body and away from all your mind distractions, emotional distractions, and whatever devices and beeping sounds there is here and there. Verbally, in a way, with your words, the best way I think to demonstrate and be present is to remain silent, is to not engage in a lot of talk. And there are moments for that. It doesn't mean that you have to be silent all the time throughout your day. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about shaping these moments, these special moments with your partner, where you really want to be mindful and aware of being present, because it's an important moment that's going on for him or her or for you, and being able to remain silent and let your significant other be able to talk through things, to express him or herself, is very, very helpful. And that doesn't mean you're completely mute, like, oh, I'm not talking anymore. But at least you're kind of refraining from engaging in sharing your opinions, being sucked into the drama or the conflict. Oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that. Like, how dare he? Wow, this was so challenging for you. I'm talking about not engaging into the negativity or the drama that may be going on for your partner, but you can still show that you're still there with him or her by saying, "I'm here for you. I'm listening. Tell me more," and maybe rephrasing some of the things that they've just shared with you. And emotionally, the way to be present is really to witness the emotions of your partner, to be able to have the empathy piece to it, but not latch onto it, not being dragged by it. You're still grounded within you, and you can still witness what's going on within you and witness what's going on within your partner as well. And emotionally, same thing. It's not about, it's about you not engaging into the escalation, the intensification of emotions there. It's not about shying away or denying what's going on or moving away. It's about being in the here and now and accepting whatever is. And it's really hard. It's really hard to do. But from this place, a lot of beautiful things happen. And I think you know by now my belief and my experience as well, that from a state of presence, you can truly grow deep connection, intimacy, closeness, and the kind of spiritual, beautiful love that we've been talking about throughout the program. So in your workbook, there are some questions for you, and they're very simple. It's called How to Be Present. How can you become more present with your loved one? Physically, verbally, orally, or emotionally? Try to think of some ways that you can be there for your partner and also be present for yourself. Not lose yourself in the process, and still be able to extend your aliveness and your love and your connection out. So take a moment to answer these questions for yourself, and when you're done, I will see you on the next video.